We are going to start today at a newly opened art center in downtown LA that's dedicated to making art accessible for all. The Corita Art Center honors the legacy of artist, educator, and social justice advocate Corita Kent, who's also known as the pop art nun. California Live correspondent Laila Muhammad is live in the Arts District to check out the center's inaugural exhibit. And Laila, when did the center open?
Yeah, Jess, so it opened at this location in March, so just a couple of months ago. And before that, it was in Hollywood, but not really accessible for the public. So now people can come here and really appreciate the pop art nun's work. And here to tell us all about it is the executive director of Corita Art Center, Nellie Scott. Thank you so much for inviting us in this space. And I have to tell you, I had never heard of Corita Kent until I started working with you all on doing this segment. Why is that the case? Like, am I the only person who's never heard of Corita Kent?
You are not alone. And I think that's a big part of why we're so excited to be open to the public, to have school groups, to kind of showcase her and let Los Angeles wrap their arms around her as a big part of their shared history, but also the ethos that we represent as a city.
I love it. Let's talk about what you do here, because you said one of the #1 questions you get from people is that, you know, why is she not a household name? So before we get to her works, let's talk about what you offer here in this space.
Absolutely. So we offer a little bit of everything, so visitors can expect to not only see her work, see the exhibitions, but also, you know, get a little creative themselves. There's this great quote by Corita that doing and making are acts of hope, and I think everyone needs a little more of that.
Yeah, so they can come in here and really just experience her work, but also sort of tap into their own creativity too, as who they want to be as an artist. And you sure she's inspired a lot of artists, even current artists too, by her works. Let's go back to who she was and how she sort of broke the mold in the 60s. I mean, pop art nun, what's behind that name?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I think when it comes to Corita as an artist, I like to think of her as a social practice artist, because the work that she was making was derived from the community that she was serving. So this idea that the message is the medium, but also it's about love, and it's not just about a romantic or sentimental love, it's about a humanitarian love. How are you using your time and talents for the common good? And I think that's really what it comes back to for her.
Yeah, I love that. When I got in here, I was like, oh my God, Corita Kent was on the cover of Newsweek. And so she really was, people knew her. She was well known, she was loved, and she was sort of ahead of her time, I feel, right?
Absolutely, and incredibly relevant actually to the moment that we're in the way that she was centering these social justice issues and how she was using her artwork to contribute to so many different movements.
Well, speaking of movements, let's go over here. This is the inaugural exhibit right here. This is Heroes and Sheroes. So tell us what this is about.
So I'm so excited to have this open. So when we were able to open in a new space that's open to the public, that people can visit for free, the opportunity to show these 29 works for the first time in Los Angeles together. This is a body of work that she makes after she sought dispensation from her vows. So she was a nun, and then shortly in 1968 she began working as a secular artist. And one of the pieces I during COVID, during hard days, I come back to time and time again, is called A Passion for the Possible, which really is about what hope means, and that it's not just optimism, it's hard work.
So we're going to head over here. I want to bring folks into this because the exhibit comes around this way. So as Nellie was telling us, there are 29 works on display here. And so who are some of the heroes and sheroes that Corita wanted to sort of elevate?
Absolutely. So a lot of these heroes and sheroes that she's highlighting within this body of work are certainly relevant to so many different movements within the 60s. Cesar Chavez, Curtis Scott King, MLK Jr., the Kennedys. So it's a little bit of everything, but also this idea that you are part of the heroes and sheroes as well. And so that's been a big part of the work that we've been doing since we've opened. Who are the heroes and sheroes in Los Angeles that have shown up for us?
Well, I just love being introduced to Corita Kent and her works, which are so vibrant and powerful, those messages. Now, you say you've been really busy with school groups. If people want to come experience them themselves, what day is best for the public?
Saturdays by reservation. It's free and public and open open to the public, but we still are an intimate space. We want to make sure people have a really deep engagement when they come to visit us.
Well, Nellie, thank you so much for having us today. And Jess, I think this will be a great place to just, if you're looking for something new with the art scene, to come and explore and get to know what the Pop Art Nun was all about.
Absolutely. I love how colorful all these pieces are. Thank you so much, Laila.